Hey friend, welcome to Gentle English, a quiet place to help you listen, relax, and slowly understand real English. If fast conversations feel hard to follow, you're not alone. Here, we take it step by step. No pressure, no rush. Just clear, simple English you can actually feel. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started. Have you ever read an English sentence in a book and thought, "I've got this," only to hear someone speak and feel completely lost? You study vocabulary, memorize grammar rules, and read sentences that seem so clear on the page. But when people start talking, it's like they're speaking a different language entirely. It can feel frustrating, maybe even a little unfair. Like English is playing a trick on you. But here's the good news. You're not bad at English. You're not failing. You're just hearing real English, the way it's spoken in everyday life. Spoken English often sounds very different from written English, and that's okay. It's not a mistake or a flaw in your learning. It's just how the language works. Today, we're going to dive deeper into why this happens, explore more examples, and give you practical ways to get comfortable with real spoken English. Let's make it feel less like a trick and more like a puzzle you can solve, one piece at a time. Why English changes when spoken. Let's break down the main reasons spoken English sounds so different from what you see in books. Here are 5 big reasons, with a few extra details to help you understand. 1. Connected speech. When you read, every word is neatly separated by spaces. But when people speak, those spaces disappear. Words flow together, blend, or even lose sounds entirely. This is called connected speech, and it's a natural part of how native speakers talk. For example, written, "I am going to." Spoken, "I'm gonna." Written, "Did you?" Spoken, "Did ya?" Written, "Let me." Spoken, "Lemme." Written, "Want to." Spoken, "Wanna." Written, "Have to." Spoken, "Have to." In connected speech, people don't pause between every word. Instead, they link sounds together, like notes in a song. This makes the language faster and smoother, but it can be tricky to catch at first. 2. Stress and rhythm. English has a unique rhythm, like a heartbeat. Not every word is said with the same energy. Some words are stressed, loud and clear, while others are soft or almost disappear. This is called stress-timed rhythm. For example, written, "I don't know." Spoken, "I dunno." The no is stressed, while don't softens. Written, "Are you okay?" Spoken, "You okay?" The R and even U can fade. Written, "Can you help me?" Spoken, "Can you help me?" Only help stands out. The unstressed words, like are, you, or to, often shrink or blend into the background. This rhythm is what gives English its musical flow. 3. speed and tone. When people speak quickly, they cut even more sounds. They also change their tone based on emotion, context, or emphasis. This makes words shrink, stretch, or sound completely different. For example, written, "What are you doing?" Spoken, "What ya doin'?" Written, "I will call you later." Spoken, "I'll call you later." Written, "Give me a second." Spoken, "Gimme a sec." This isn't wrong or sloppy, it's just how English feels alive in conversations. Tone also matters. A friendly "What ya doin'" sounds different from an annoyed "What are you doing?" For regional accents and variations. English is spoken in many countries, and each place has its own way of pronouncing words. Even within one country, accents can vary widely. For example, an American might say "I'm gonna" with a flat A sound, while a British speaker might say "I'm goin'" with a different vowel sound. Accents can change how vowels, consonants, or even whole words sound. For example, in some American accents, water sounds like water. In some British accents, schedule sounds like schedule. In Australian accents, today might sound like today. These variations can make it harder to understand spoken English, especially if you're used to one standard accent from a textbook or app. 5. Informal slang and expressions. In real conversations, people use slang, idioms, or casual phrases that you won't always find in textbooks. These phrases often sound nothing like their written form because they're shortened or unique to spoken language. For example, written, "I'm very tired." Spoken, "I'm beat." Written, "Let's leave." Spoken, "Let's bounce." Written, "That's great." Spoken, "That's dope." Slang changes depending on where you are, who you're talking to, and even what's trending. This adds another layer to why spoken English can feel so different. Why books don't prepare you. Textbooks are wonderful for teaching grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. They give you a strong foundation. But they often show English in its perfect form, full sentences, clear pronunciation, and no shortcuts. For example, a textbook might teach you, "I am going to the store to buy some milk." But in real life, you're more likely to hear, "I'm gonna to the store to get some milk." The textbook version is correct, but it's not how most people talk in casual settings. When you listen to real conversations, in movies, podcasts, or on the street, your brain is looking for the textbook English you studied. But what you hear is this faster, messier, more natural version. This gap between written and spoken English is why listening can feel so challenging at first. It's not you. It's just that textbooks can't fully capture the flow and shortcuts of real speech. The feeling of confusion is normal. If you've ever felt lost or frustrated while listening to English, you're in good company. Every learner feels this way at some point. Even advanced learners sometimes struggle with fast or casual speech. Here's something surprising, even native English speakers sometimes say, "Huh? What did they say?" when someone speaks too fast, mumbles, or uses an unfamiliar accent. Feeling confused doesn't mean you're failing. It just means your brain is working hard to process something new. It's like learning to ride a bike, wobbly at first, but smoother with practice. Every time you listen to real English, your brain picks up tiny clues. Maybe today you catch one new word. Tomorrow, you notice a phrase. Over time, those small wins add up, and suddenly, you're understanding more than you ever thought possible. Be kind to yourself. You don't need to understand everything right away. You just need to keep showing up and listening, little by little. How to train your ears. Here's a detailed, step-by-step plan to help you train your ears to understand spoken English more easily. You don't need hours, even 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. Step 1. Listen without reading. Pick a short audio or video clip, 1 to 2 minutes, of real English, like a podcast, a movie scene, or a YouTube video. Don't use subtitles. Just listen. Focus on the overall sound, the rhythm, and the tone. Don't worry if you miss words. Try to catch the feeling of the conversation. Step 2. Read and listen together. Play the same clip again, but this time, turn on subtitles, if available, or find a transcript. Match the sounds you hear to the words you see. Pay attention to how words blend or disappear. For example, notice how going to becomes gonna or how did you sounds like did ya. Step 3. Repeat out loud. Pause the clip and repeat what you hear, exactly as the speaker says it. Don't say it perfectly like a textbook, mimic the natural, messy way they say it. This helps your mouth get used to the rhythm and flow of real English. It might feel silly, but it's powerful. Step 4. Break it into chunks. Don't try to understand the whole clip at once. Focus on one sentence or phrase at a time. Listen to it a few times, repeat it, and notice how the sounds connect. For example, clip says, "Whatcha doin' later?" Break it into, "Whatcha doin' later?" Practice each chunk until it feels natural. Step 5. Listen again without reading. Now play the clip again without subtitles or a transcript. See how much more you understand this time. You'll be surprised at how your brain starts to fill in the blanks. Step 6. Make it a habit. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes every day to practice listening. You can do this while eating breakfast, walking, or relaxing. Consistency is key. Step 7. Mix it up. Try different types of English, podcasts, TV shows, songs, or even conversations on social media. Each source will expose you to different accents, speeds, and styles. Step 8. Celebrate small wins. Did you catch one new phrase today? Did you notice a word you missed before? That's progress. Celebrate it. Every small step brings you closer to understanding real English. A story about learning to hear. Let me share a quiet story to inspire you. Ken was a student who loved English. He studied grammar for years and aced every test. His notebooks were filled with perfectly written sentences. But when he traveled to an English-speaking country, he froze. People spoke so fast, and the words didn't sound like anything in his textbooks. He felt embarrassed. He thought, maybe I'm not good at English after all. But then he met a kind teacher who said, "Ken, your reading and writing are excellent. You just need to train your ears to hear real English." So Ken started small. Every day, he listened to a short podcast clip. At first, he understood almost nothing. But he kept going. He watched movies with subtitles, repeated phrases out loud, and even recorded himself to compare. After a few weeks, something clicked. Words that used to sound like a blur started to make sense. "I'm gonna" became clear. "Whatcha doin'" felt familiar. Ken didn't become fluent overnight, but he realized something important: English didn't change. His ears did. With time and practice, he learned to hear the language as it really is. You can do this too. Your ears are ready to learn, they just need a little time and love. Repeat after me, real English phrases. Let's practice hearing and saying some common English phrases. We'll start slow, then try the natural, spoken version. Repeat each one out loud and feel how the sounds flow. 1. Slow, I am going to help you. Natural, I'm gonna help ya. 2. Slow, did you eat yet? Natural, did ya eat yet? 3. Slow, let me do that. Natural, let me do that. 4. Slow, what do you want? Natural, what do you want? 5. Slow, I don't know. Natural, I dunno. 6. Slow, can you come here? Natural, can you come here? 7. Slow, I will see you later. Natural, I'll see you later. 8. Slow, give me a minute. Natural, gimme a min. Now go back and repeat each phrase again, softly. Pay attention to how the words feel in your mouth and how the sounds connect. Try to mimic the natural version as closely as you can. Why patience matters. Learning to hear real English is like planting a seed. At first, nothing seems to happen. You water it, you wait, and it feels like nothing's changing. But underground, the seed is growing. Your brain is the same way. Every time you listen to real English, even if you don't understand everything, your brain is working. It's noticing patterns, storing sounds, and getting better at recognizing the rhythm of the language. At first, it might feel like you're not making progress. But one day, you'll hear a phrase and think, "Wait, I understood that." That's your brain showing you it's been learning all along. Be patient. Be kind to yourself. You're not just learning English, you're training your brain to hear a whole new way of speaking. Tools to help you listen better. Here are a few extra tools and ideas to make listening to English easier and more fun. 1. Use slowed down audio. Some apps or websites let you slow down audio or video clips. Try listening at 0.75x or 0.5x speed to catch more sounds, then speed it up as you get comfortable. 2. Find friendly content. Look for English content made for learners, like podcasts or YouTube channels designed for non-native speakers. They often speak more clearly and use simpler words. 3. Sing along to songs. Songs are a fun way to practice rhythm and pronunciation. Pick a slow song, read the lyrics, and sing along to hear how words connect. 4. Talk to yourself. Practice saying phrases you hear in your daily life. For example, if you hear "I'm gonna grab some coffee," say it to yourself a few times. It helps your brain and mouth get used to the sounds. 5. Join conversations. If you can, try talking to native speakers, even for a few minutes. Apps like language exchange platforms can connect you with people who want to practice. Final reflection. English isn't trying to trick you. It's just a language that changes when it's spoken. The words on the page are like a map, but the spoken words are the real journey. You're not bad at listening. You're not failing. You're just learning how to hear the living, breathing version of English, the one people use every day. Every time you listen, you're getting better. Every phrase you catch is a victory. Every moment you spend practicing is making your ears smarter and your confidence stronger. Say this with me, slowly and softly. I can hear real English. I can learn the rhythm and flow. I'm doing better than I think. And you are. You're on the right path, and every step counts. Thanks for spending this quiet time with me. Remember, every small step you take makes a difference. Keep listening. Keep going. You're doing better than you think. If you found this helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, or come back anytime for more gentle English. Until next time, take care of your ears and take care of yourself.